Namaste, Masters. Welcome back for our Bhaja Govindam satsang. Thanks to my teacher, Guru. Thanks to my teacher, Karnaji. We will share whatever is taught by her to us in the class to you all also. Thank you so much for joining again. Yesterday, after our class, I have been thinking a lot about our class. As such, it isn't why is this much he's talking about our Shankaracharya is telling about relationship. They'll be after money. If you don't have money, nobody will respect you. Nobody will be with you when you're sad. Actually, when you think back, my dear friends, it is not that every time we have, everybody is money minded, or everybody is looking for opportunity to not support you. We have had relatives, if you agree, good people who have supported us whenever there was need for us. And then why is he generalizedly telling like this? I was thinking. And about friends also, we have had friends who have been nice. Also, we have friends who have been helping us in difficult times, and we have been having friends a little bit gossiping or pulling us down also. So I was thinking, what is this? What is this? What is this? How do I, how do I practice what we are talking or what we are saying in the class? Like this. There are still people who are very fond of us, and then they still work. Even if I have something, they'll go to the temple, pray, they will light a diya, they will break a coconut, they will do a puja. All those things also happens in our life. Even if my daughter is writing exam, my uncles go and pray and come. Then why it is like that? When I was thinking myself to reason out a way, why is Shankaracharya saying this? Be aware of all these things. Then, whatever conclusion I could make out, I'm sharing it with you all. We are that Supreme Brahman. When we are that Supreme Brahman, we are that, pure. Nothing affects us actually. None of the six enemies, like we say, ego, all those things, nothing. Inside us, that Atman, when we connect, Bhaja Govindam, seek that Atman inside. When we connect, nothing will affect us actually. We are that Supreme Brahman. And one side is our body, one side is that Supreme Paramatma, from whom we are a part of it, or we are him actually. Once we realize we are a part of that Supreme, everlasting, ever present, everywhere around us, and when I see that is not only in me, that is in Pratima, that is in Padma, that is in Vinita, that Paramatma is in everyone. So I will never have any like and dislike between my friends or relatives if I see that Atma Swarupam in everybody. So that way, when I see that Atma Swarupam, I cannot scold Pratima. I'm scolding myself if I'm scolding Pratima. So when I realize that with my teachings and with this knowledge, then I will see everybody in the same way. Like how is Ramana Maharishi saying that HML is also like my mother. Mother is only my mother. How can I say other person as my mother? How will I have that feeling towards any other person as my mother? Like that. So when I connect through Atman, like all of us are Atma Swarupa. So you can all be like, all of us are the same. There's no difference. I am a mother and I am a sister, I am a wife as per my connection with the body. If I am connected towards the Atman, towards everybody, all of us are one same Chaitanya, one same pure consciousness, one same, enlightened beings, all of us are. So when I connect here, I don't have any difference. I don't see one as a mother, I don't see one as a brother, I see everybody as my child, I see the Supreme Self and everyone. So I have no problems. But when I connect with my body, then I have a problem. Then my like and dislike come. No, this person is liking me, this person is not liking me. I find okay, these persons are all helpful, this person are not helpful, and then I have a difference of opinions, and I create my unhappiness. I create my unpleasantness, everything in life, because I connect with the body. Then I see this is different body, that is Pratima is different, Padma is different, like Lakshmi is different, everybody is different. So when I connect through Atman, everyone is the same. That's when Maharishi was supposed to, Ramana Maharishi said, HML is also like my mother, she's my mother, like, I treat the same way. So when I connect to Atman, everyone is that supreme self, and we are that Brahman. So there is no difference. So when I connect towards my bodily, so I'm a wife of somebody, I'm a sister for somebody, I'm a daughter for somebody, I'm like, all those things come into process. Then we differentiate. Then our local problems start. That is what he's telling us to avoid, I feel. Yeah. So this is clarification. This is what I felt when we spoke about yesterday our class. After class, I was thinking, okay, I should. Why is he calling Mama? I can never call anybody else mother. I can only call my mother. So that means I am only seeing my mother for this janma, this body and this name and form. So I cannot call. So only for this janma she is mother. So other janmas are so many different people we were born with, to with, or lived with. So when you connect to the supreme, then everybody becomes one for us. There is no differentiation. Our Gurudev also used to say, in one of the talks, if we poke our eyes with our hand by mistake, we poke. No, sometimes it happens, and then we don't get angry. We feel, oh my God. Then we take a kerchief, we put like, then we massage. Ayo, my eyes have got hurt. That anger never comes. That irritation never comes. Imagine the next person pokes us. Can't you be careful? That is how we will. Can't you be careful? Why are you? Why did you? Maybe without any reason, by mistake, if they do also, how will we react? We say, can't this person? Can't you walk properly? Can't you? You're hurting me. Like that, but you never punish your finger for poking you. You'll never punish your finger for why did you poke? Can we, so that much our, what do you say? That much we get used to being body consciousness, this, that way we react. So that, like that, so if we can see others hurting, if we hurt ourselves in a chair, we'll say okay by mistake, and then we will just rub our palm, put some cream and walk off. If somebody else said, can't you, where is your eyes, can't you walk straight, why are you, like that, automatically we see a difference in them. So that is where it says, don't see the difference. Instead of that, he is telling, be aware, don't get attached too much to this, wealth, to the beauty, to this and everything, whatever we have been talking about. So ninth stanza, we saw that ladder of climbing, satsangam, and then nisangatvam means non-attachment, nisangatve, nirmohatvam means no delusion, nirmohatve, nischalatatvam, no chanchalatvam in us, and then that takes us to Jivan Mukti. As it is in the Gita, it is sliding down, and this is a sliding up ladder we saw. And the 10th one is 10th one we see, yeah. Vayasi gate kaha kama vikaraha sukshe nire kaha sharaha shine vitte kaha parivaraha gyate tatve kaha samsaraha. 10th one he says again, when the age of youthfulness has passed, where is the lust and where is its play? When the water is dried up, there is no lake. When the water is dried up, it is just like a empty place. That's all. What happens when the wealth is reduced? When you don't have wealth, kaha parivaraha. There is no parivara, means there is no family or surroundings with you. So when the truth is realized, where is that samsara? When you realize you're that supreme self, there is no need for you to understand. Where is the samsara? The samsara will go missing automatically. That is what he says. He always talks about lust, a long sentence, long number of stanzas, I feel. When you're youthful, when you have your blood is like that, what do you say, boiling blood or something, the skin is tight, muscles are hard, you're good health, and then it is easy to fall prey to, for all the lust, or on the things, about money, about the wealth, about everything else around you. So that you have to be very careful about. And when the water is dried up, the lake no longer exists. It can only express as when the water is there, the lake is express itself as lake. So when the cause is not there, the result will not be there also. So when the wealth is reduced, where are the relations, dependents, supporters, and the end routine? So as far as the individual can look after themselves, they profit, then people are around you, like that he says. Nobody says, like, when you're without money, without good health, then all your relatives or all your surrounding people just vanish. These three examples, he says, when the truth is realized, where is the samsara? The samsara also goes away when the truth, when you realize that you're that vasana free, you're that supreme self, you're that Brahman inside you, everything else also vanishes along with it. The vasanas have been eliminated, meaning that ignorance is eliminated and the reality is, and the reality is showing in your reality or living in that reality, like that. That is what he says. The knower of the Brahman becomes Brahman. That is the last sentence. When we understand it, when we know it, when we connect to the Supreme, same. Why do we repeat that Bhaja Govindam, seek. What do we seek? What do we seek? What do we seek? Only yourself. What is inside you? What is the true nature of you? Seek that, and then you realize that the knower of the Brahman, the knower of the Supreme Brahman becomes the Brahman ultimately. For this, there is no other path. That is what he says in 10th stanza. Yeah. Then going to the 11th one. मा कुरु धनञ्जय यौवन गर्वं हरति निमेषत् कालः सर्वं मायामयमिदम् अखिलं भूत्वा ब्रह्मपदं त्वं प्रविश विदित्वा. Okay, ma kuru dhanam. Dhanam means possession or wealth in the people, and Harati Nimisha Kala Sarvam, possession in the people and the youth, the pride. It takes only a moment to go away. Time will take away everything, your money or your youth and your pride in your youth or possession. Don't be having Ma Kuru Dhananjaya Yavana Garvam. Garvam means don't have pride. Don't have pride in your wealth and your youthfulness, and don't have pride in that. It loots away. Time will take it away in a moment. Mayamidam. Maya means these are illusionary nature. Knowing that Mayamidam Akilam Budva. Akilam, it's a Brahman. We are all Brahma Swarupam. When you know that Brahma Padam Tvam Pravisha Viditva, that's entering into that reality state. So, three things he says here in this 11th one. Don't take pride. Garva means pride. Makuru Dhananjana Yavana Garvam. Dhanam means wealth. Yavana means youth. So don't get pride in the way you look, the way you're beautiful. Oh, I am so successful. I have too much of money now for myself. I am very don't take pride in that. Harati Nimisham. In a second, it will just vanish. We have seen so many people climbing the ladder very high, and then they climb down the ladder. Also, we have seen life it just isn't. Wealth has to flow. They say the wealth has to keep flowing. So don't have pride in that youthfulness also will go. We will all become old. We will all lose our way we look, the way we performed all the youthful days. As we age, then the slow and everything comes like that. Don't get pride in the position and the youth and the money. It will take just a moment to vanish. It will just can vanish away. And knowing that Brahma Padam Tvam Prasya, knowing that Brahman is ever present, ever everywhere, realizing that state will help you. Seek Govinda, Bhaja Govindam. False vanities, ties a man to the wheel of samsara. We think we are wealthy, we think we are capable of, doing anything anything I can do, it's possible for me to do like that. Don't have that too much of ego, my things, my joys, my ideas, like that. These are all false vanities that throws us down, up and down. Wealth, social connections, families, everything will come and go. This is all a drama. So this is all a work of Maya. That is all when we see a mirage and when we go out in the desert, like that, we feel there is water, there is no water. Say this is all Maya's work. So when you understand that this is all Maya's work, wealth can never be constant. These are all changing. If you all see, my dear friends, the wealth is changing and never be constant. Our thoughts are changing. The way we look is changing. it is this changing things we think it is permanent. Actually, the changeless thing is the permanent happiness that we don't realize. So these are all changing indicated by this thing. So be as a Sakshi Chaitanya. Don't get involved into. Don't get involved. Keep your Atman, yourself as a witness to whatever is happening in your life. So that way, if you're witnessing, I'm happy, I'm sad, you're only witnessing. Then you can tell yourself, no, this is I am inside. I am the pure Atman. This is all I am experiencing. This is not me. Like that, you can tell. That is the 11th sloka meaning. And then coming to the 12th one, again he will speak about the same way in a different thing. Dinaya minyau sayam pratah sarasi vasantau punarayatah kala kridati gacchati vayuhu tadapina munchati asa vayuhu. I should have practiced with Karnaji once reading. This is very difficult for me to chant. Day and night, yeah, dinam, minam, day and night, dawn and dusk, winter and spring, again and again come and depart. Time, time, sports, the lifetime, like, the kalam will take away all this. Kala kridati gacchatyayuhu, and yet leaves yet the desires are so very difficult to get out of. The day and the night comes, dusk and the dawn comes, winter comes, spring comes, again and again they come and depart. But no, on the wheel of happening, the time goes away like this. We never get out of desire, our gust of desire. Again and again he comes to this desire, again and again he comes to the same point again and again. Our downfall will be mainly because of desire, memories from the past, the present, when we don't, anxieties of the future. Okay, leave all those things, be in this conscious, in this moment, in this minute by minute. If you live, you can come out of this wheel of life, kala chakram, what we call, like that. So recognize you're in that form, you're in this, you have to recognize we are doing this day in and day out. And how much after reading this, or how much after listening to Bhaja Govindam, how much after Shankara's teaching, what is it in me, it is changing. Is there anywhere I am able to connect myself to the Supreme? Is there any way I am able to connect myself, disconnect myself from my body? Like, I am this body. Am I able to do that? Is again and again the same thing he is telling. Lust, desire, time will take away. Don't have pride. Don't do this. And how much we, after reading, after listening to the slokas, how much it is we are working on ourselves. That is what is we have to. Death will snatch away in a minute. We will not be there tomorrow. And then what is it we are taking from this? How we can put it into our everyday, day-to-day life. We don't have to get, it is not that don't enjoy, he says nothing like that, but have, have a life plan or a life, the result of the satsang should be to climb the next step. Satsangatve nisangatvam, satsang should help us go one more step up. It is help us in our everyday daily activities to climb up. And then that is what we should, whatever he says, we should work, think about it later on. Like how I keep doing is, after Karnaji's class also, anything we say, I keep it keeps playing in my memory, it keeps working on our memories. Like that, dear my friends, if we work on that, then slowly the change comes. Definitely not in a day. We cannot turn ourselves upside down and then be a perfect realized master. Slowly, when these things keep on, we repeat in ourselves. When next time when you hear Bhaja Govindam, there will be some change in you. You will connect it one line, one half a sentence also. If you connect, there will be a change. You will work on that. Your mind will read on that. Here our Gurudev says also, see, Sita was so happy in the forest with Rama. She had Lakshmana take care of things. Rama was nearby her, the divine. And then 1 minute, her illusion for that Maya, deer. And then the whole life turns in a minute. She's just captured by Ramana. This is all pre-planned by the Lord, and he has come down for that. But still, for our example's sake, we can just tell that example. It is not that Sita was, she is a mother, divine mother, earth's incarnation. What she will do with the deer, that is how the avatars come down, plan, and then they execute in that way, and then they go. But then for us, just for an example's sake, we can say, more such a powerful incarnation as Sita Devi, and then her divine beloved Ram is there next to her. The Maya took vengeance, as a come as a deer, and then it took her minute of her, thought away from the divine, and then she had to undergo a lot of unsteadiness in her life, and then she had to be in that Lanka worrying, and then Rama, till Rama comes and takes her back. So it is not for any other reason, just for us to learn from the story. That is all it is, my dear friends. It is never, actually in one more Kamba Ramayanam, he doesn't even tell Ravana pulled her hand and Sita Devi and took like that. No, he says he took her as a full kudil, the whole, this one he carried. And then so that way our Sanatana Dharma, our scriptures and everything give us a freedom to interrupt the way we want and take the message from them. They don't limit us. They don't tell anything. Okay, you can interrupt however we want, and then we can get benefit from that, useful from that. You can do that. That is how it is. That is how we are so very lucky to be in this Sanatana Dharma's umbrella actually. Then going to the 13th, Kate Kanta Danaka Chinta Vatula Kimtava Nasti Niyanta. No, this is not the 113th. This is the one. Jatilo Mundi Lunchita Keshaha Kashayambara Bahukriti Veshaha Pashyanapichana Pashyati Modaha Hrudaya Ramintam Bahukrita Veshaha. Here he speaks about the falseness in our society, be it a monk, be it any profession. Actually, one aesthetic means one sage with a matted look, or one with a shaven head, one has pulled out and then parading in the orange robes. These are fools. Those seeing do not see. Instead, they differently disguise their appearance only for their belly's sake. I mean, only for their personal benefit. There are some people there are some people who do all these things, not the true sages, the false ones, that Mahatma, sannyasis. In those times also, actually, even our Gurudev was he was an atheist. Actually, he didn't have any belief at all. He goes to the Shivananda ashram. He says he was a journalist that time. So he says, let me go to the ashram. Let me see what these sages are all bluffing about. This is all nonsense. He didn't have any trust about Vedanta or Upanishad. He didn't go for any of this knowledge. He said, as a journalist, he went on undercover to be with the Shivananda ashram and find out what these people are cheating on people. Even now we have, not that all are perfect. In there are leaders who are false. There are policemen who do wrong things. Every way walk on life, we see that there are artists who do cheatings, everything. Preachers, untruthful men are around us. So here he says those people are untruthful men. Even in orange robe, even as a sannyasi, they do work only to fill up their bellies. They want to make money. The same thing I saw when actually I'm reading this book now, so I'm always tempted to tell about Ramana Maharishi. There are false people everywhere, so understood there are false people, sannyasis also. Then Ramana Maharishi came to this Tiruvannamalai when he was sitting in that cave and he was trying to meditate. He had so much of opposition from the other fellows because he was a Mauni Swami. He never opened his mouth. He never said anything. And then people used to be jealous because of his stages and because of his grace. Everybody got attracted to him, and people started coming to see him. And they'll see money, or he just wore a one piece of cotton, like one vastram down to cover himself. That's all he was, and he was sitting. He didn't possess any money. He didn't possess, but then other people who were collecting money, doing all these small things. Oh, this will happen. Good will happen to you. Give me money. Like that, the people were there in the temple living. So they used to when Maharishi is sitting in the night, they used to push the stones from up in the cave and then hurt him or try to throw him. Or some people try to tell him, okay, he's my Shishya, give the money to me if you want to go and see him. Like that, these are the when I can read this, then I was immediately remembered, okay, these are the type of false people present in every time. Maybe Shankaracharya's time also there were people like that. That is why he is taking it up. Okay, they don't get fooled by such people who wear a orange robe, but then nothing, but they don't have any knowledge. They don't fall for those people. And then only when I saw even Ramana Maharishi's time, there were people like that. Then they tried to chase him away from one place to another, and then people got a real benefit just by even seeing him. Just his glance also, people got really benefit. So people started coming to meet him, take any suggestion from him. And then he, all that trouble also, he doesn't open it. He didn't open his mouth. He didn't push away anything. Only a few close disciples who were with him tried to protect him a little bit. Otherwise he was like that. He just Parabrahma Swarupam, he was just sitting and he will just see. That's all he will do. And then anything needed, he will just write it in a piece of a paper without talking. Anybody asks for a question, any answers have to be told, he will tell. So like that, false people as the sannyasis were also there. Like in every part, as a leaders, there are false people doing all wrong things, making money, all those things. The sannyasis also, sometimes false people are there. They do all this only to fill up their belly. That is what he tells in this. And then don't fall for that. Don't be don't fall for these people. Till 13th, it is Shankaracharya's verses. The last one is Padmapada, the famous disciple of Shankaracharya. Padmapada, this one, Jatilo Mundani. Yeah, that one. That is Padmapada. He is the one who crossed the lake when the lotus feet appeared on his for him to come to the master. And then 15th one, Angam Kalitam Palitam Mundam Dashana Vihinam Jatam Tundam Vriddho Yati Grihitva Dandam Tadapina Muchyati Asa Pindam. Again, he talks about again he comes back to desires. After every two slokas, he comes back to desires, I feel. This is from not by Shankaracharya, this is by the disciple, but still they also come back. The body has been worn out. He says, Angam Galitam Palitam Munda means, and the head, the people have become toothless, the head is turned grey, hair is turned grey, and toothless, the mouth is, all the teeth have fallen. Old man, he can't even go walk, he has to take a stick cleaning on. But then also, even then, the bundle of desires have not gone for these people. So even the Shishya has come back to that desire. He's telling the body has worn out, he has become so old, head is turned grey, okay, mouth has become toothless. Even old people, they take much time to eat because there is no teeth to bite, and all these things. Even he needs a stick to help him to support himself and walk. Even then, the bundle of desires have not gone. So for this one point is that bundle of desires will never go at whatever age until we practice this in our youth. That is why they keep desires are very harmful. Even we know, until we practice in youth, as we age, we will not find it very difficult. So when we are in our this one, then we have to practice it. When it is available to us, we have to have a control of stopping it. That way, if we practice, when we age, automatically we will come out of this suffering. We will come out of this bondage. We will come out of the attachment. We will come out of so many things. So practice this detachment, practice this control of senses, practice this when you're youth itself. Um, and this is for stanza is done by Totakacharya. Totakacharya is again one more disciple of Shankaracharya. Okay, that much of desires will we will take it till our grave. Till our grave, if you are going to have desires, like we feel we are not having much desires, but it is there. It is there in each one of us, popping up, one after one, one after one. It might be small, it might be big, but we are full of desire. So until when we have the opportunity to practice it, we have to practice it, how to control. How do I say, leaving, there are certain ways we can control food, like leaving sweets or leaving rice. People do all those things, like I will not touch for a month, or like, I have never been successful, so I can't say it, do that way. like you know Karnaji always says, wherever is your comfort zone, leave that first. like you know if your comfort zone is with you can't be with AC, then 2 days be without AC, try it. So come out of your comfort zone, then you can have a control of what, where you are struggling. So if your comfort zone is to have a coffee in the morning, skip coffee for 1 week, don't drink coffee, and then you can come back to having it, like that. So if we practice that, then we will know where are we struggling, what is our plus point and what is our minus point. If I don't like sweets, I'm leaving sweets. There is no control of desire in me. What I like, I should leave. No, then only it is my control. Okay, I have come. I like tamarind rice. If I'm leaving tamarind rice, then I have control. Okay, I don't like sweet. Okay, I'm giving up sweets. I don't want to eat sweets. If I say, there is no control of desire in me. So like that, what we like the most, we should try to leave it. What we should work, where is our comfort zone. Okay, I need this chair to sit, or I need this AC to sit on, I need this facility, that we have to let it go for a few days and see. And then you can come back if needed. Once we have the grip of that, no leaving up, without this I can't, without this I can't, that situation in any places we are having, we can work on ourselves. So that is for today, my dear masters. Till 15th we have done. After this Eid holidays, after the weekend, next week, 3 days or 4 days, we'll be able to finish. One day, I would like to have feedback from you all, what is it inspired you in Bhaja Govindam, or what is it you liked, or what is it you can share your knowledge to us also. Like that way, one Thursday, last Thursday, we will plan like that, and 3 more days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We will let you know when it is appropriate, if you both are free. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Pratima, for always being a support. Thank you, Lakshmiji, Vinita, and Padmama. So we will see after Eid holiday.